Real Love. This is a really interesting song with a really interesting history. Of course, it goes back to early days when John was making demos at the Dakota building, found on an early album called the Dakota Beatle Demos. Kind of hard to find that one nowadays, but I know there are versions of it right here at YouTube that you can listen to, John's demo versions of this tune that became, of course, one of the collaboration songs between the other three Beatles after John had passed away, and in the whole Anthology series in 1995. But I have a lesson together now on this at Totally Guitars that shows a lot of different parts of the way different parts of it worked, and it's based on John's original acoustic demo versions, which were recorded a half step low. He usually kept his guitar tuned a half step down. So if you find that version that is either on the Imagine soundtrack or the Dakota Beatles demos one, you'll find that he's in D flat. Just tune your guitar a half step low, or get Sound Surgeon or something that can change the pitch for you, and you can play along with him. The Beatles version eventually was done a half step higher in E flat, but John's guitar versions were done with very simple strumming. The chords were D, D major 7, played with a 3-string bar across the second fret, first, second, and third strings. To B minor 7, a full bar at the second fret, and an A minor 7 shape of the chord, followed by the real kicker of this chord. Now, B minor 7, of course, would have your second finger on the third fret of the second string, back up a little, and your third finger on the fourth fret of the fourth string. Then you need the A augmented chord. An augmented chord is a chord that has a raised fifth in it, and the best way to play that in this particular case, you need all 4 fingers. First finger on the F or the E sharp on the first fret of the first string. Then your second and third fingers both at the second fret of the second and third strings. And then your fourth finger on the third fret of the fourth string. And hit all 5 strings. So you can want to hear the A and the bass there. So that's the sequence. D to D major 7 to B minor 7 to the A augmented. Then it gets easy. G to an E minor and an A, with a little bass run, to a D chord. So I have a whole lesson together on this at Totally Guitars, of course, as part of the Target program. We go heavily into John's version, the Beatles version, the intro, all the fancy left-hand stuff that John does. So if you'd like to see more on this song, come visit us at Totally Guitars. We have a lot of other lessons here at YouTube at our TG Free Lessons channel that are also available at Totally Guitars. And of course, any of those that have attachments, you have to get the attachments at Totally Guitars because we can't attach stuff here to the YouTube stuff. So anyway, Real Love is up and live now. A look at both versions, the Beatles and Lennon's original version. If you'd like to check it out, or the other hundreds of songs that are there, come see us at Totally Guitars.